To surrender or not to surrender? That is the question. Have you ever felt the need to just drop everything, put your hands up and say, I surrender? It doesn't mean that you are throwing the towel in and giving up, and it also doesn't mean that you are letting go of any of your responsibilities. Far from it. You are just faced with the fact that there is nothing more that you can do, especially if it entails control and resulting in the same unhealthy, unproductive, and unnatural outcome coming from yourself and others. That is when the universe says, hand it over to me and allow divine flow to divinely orchestrate that which is calling out for a divine result. And is it that simple? It is if the handed over to source request is followed through with constructive actions on our part. We must then allow ourselves to surrender to that which is causing us to expel energy unconstructively and unnecessarily too. Indeed, that is what happens. That is, instead of your energy being used constructively, which is more likely to bring about positive results, it is being dispensed and dispersed in your need to control. This is then putting you in a position of being out of control. You've got to laugh with the universe and how some of our what appears to be troublesome experiences can lead us to great learning experiences in the end. If you don't see the funny side in certain situations that you find yourself in, then you may find life a hardship rather than a gift given to each and every one of us that should be cherished and lived with boundless joy. So here you are, face to face with surrender, and because we always have free will, you can either choose to surrender or not. It is the universe's way of presenting you with an opportunity to surrender and experience the true gift of what surrendering has to give. However, if fear is more dominant, then perhaps you look the other way and allow surrender to pass you by as you decide to battle on regardless, against the flow. There is no judgment here. It is what you need to experience for your life's learning, and you will certainly have an opportunity to gain and expand from whichever you choose to experience, with surrendering or not. However, the outcome will certainly reflect the choice that you have made in the end, one that flows accordingly and divinely, the other perhaps a more bumpier ride. True surrendering feels as if a weight has been lifted off your shoulders and the heaviness of it all just drips off you like candle wax on a candle, but in a more instantaneous way. Allowing is the key here. Once you allow yourself to just surrender, you are moving in the direction where freedom reigns. The empty space where once you were caught up in what seemed like a heavy burden and depleting you of energy opens up to reveal the magnificence of that space. And in that space, freedom glides gracefully to the forefront, allowing you to be free of that which you have been holding on to for years, perhaps even longer than that. And it feels so good. The freedom to just be, or not to be for that matter, but to just sit and ponder, reflect, to dance, to sing, to allow, just to allow. Allow yourself to breathe freedom into your lungs and allow freedom to beat to the rhythm of your heart. And by surrendering, you start divine flow to work its wonders with pockets of pleasant surprises that won't allow for friction to enter the stream of your encounters, because you aren't attached to the outcome. There is no need for control. There is a trust that all things will flow accordingly, and you allow for the magic of surrendering to enter fully, as you also embrace all that comes to you. And you walk together with freedom, gracefully and gratefully, through each of your forthcoming experiences in life. You are living life differently now, and you cannot and will not want to look back to the life you left behind. All experiences of past no longer fit in with your present and future experiences, because surrendering means that it is now in the hands of the universe, Source, God. You truly know that you haven't given up on life, and you haven't run away from life either, but instead you have embraced the life that you have created and living it to its fullest, allowing in a divine and perfect way. To surrender or not to surrender, that is the question.